I just made some cornhole boards for my niece's wedding. These are the second set of cornhole boards that I've made, the first being for my son's wedding. Apparently cornhole boards are a wedding thing.
I start with the tops, two 2x4 foot panels cut out of 1/2 inch plywood. Using some 1x4 inch poplar, the long sides of the frame are cut to slightly less than 4 feet. With a 3/8 inch dado stack in my table saw, I use a 1x4 to set the fence. After checking my setup with a test piece, I cut dados across the ends of all 4 long sides. This block is attached to the fence to serve as a stop. I'm cutting an additional dado near the middle of each long side, and the block ensures that they're all located in the same place. Because the middle dados are so far from the fence, it's not safe to ride the fence when cutting them. I got this safety tip and the plans that I'm following semi-closely from Wood Magazine issue 220. I'll put a note in the description below. With the sides placed on the top, allowing for a slight overhang, I determined the length of the cross pieces. To be sure the cross pieces are uniform, I cut them all a little longer than I need, then clamp them together to make one final cut to length. Now I reset the height of the dado blade to cut tongues in all the cross pieces. I didn't adjust the width of the dado stack, so I have to take 2 passes. This is a test cut to make sure the tongue fits in the joint. And there was much rejoicing. Hooray! Now that the top is in place, I trim it flush to the frame with a router. This board is screwed to the underside of the top as a backer. It will be removed after the hole is cut. This block is simply to help me keep the drill bit as vertical as possible while I drill the pilot hole. I made this rudimentary jig out of a scrap of plywood. Here I'm marking for the pivot point, 3 inches from the outside edge of the hole made by the router bit. The hole is cut in 3 passes, dropping the bit about 1/8 of an inch with each pass. This is the stock for the legs. I mark a center point at the top of the leg and lay out a round over. Once the legs are roughed out, they're screwed together for final shaping, making them nearly identical. The legs are temporarily placed upside down in the board while I screw in the cross piece. I use spackle to smooth out the edges, and after some sanding, I'm ready to paint.